Darren Aronofsky and Brendan Fraser team up for the new A24 film, The Whale. Let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for more up and coming content. An obese and reclusive English teacher tries to reconnect with his estranged teenage daughter for one last chance at redemption. I was so excited for this film, a return of Brendan Fraser. I know he's been in a few projects over the last couple years, but this was like his big return to film. I grew up watching a lot of Brendan Fraser films, from the Mummy films to Blast from the Past, Encino Man, Monkey Bone. There was a lot of films that I loved watching of his as a child. If Brendan Fraser doesn't get nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars, something is wrong, because he gives a really heartbreaking, honest performance that is probably a career best. The film centers around Charlie. He's obese, he's reclusive, he is an English teacher. The film is at his house. There's a couple scenes where the film takes place on his porch, but for the most part, it's in his home. And he's struggling to reconnect with his daughter, played by Sadie Sink. She visits him after 8 years. He left his marriage and his daughter to live with his partner. She's still angry about all of that, but we see this man who's addicted to eating food. He's a great writer. He loves his job, and he really wants to reconnect with his daughter. You see a lot of regret in this performance from Brendan Fraser, and excitement as well, as he's starting to reconnect with his daughter. He sees the good in everybody, even though his daughter comes to his home and tells him off several times, and she wants nothing to do with him, and she hates him, and she wants him to die. He still is there wanting to reconnect with her, and sees the good in all of her, and hopes that she can kind of turn things around, because he starts to see the best things in everybody. So the performance, even though you look at this character and he has done some things that are wrong in the past, he's trying to fix all of that. Honestly, he's trying to fix all of that. In Brendan Fraser's performance, in every single scene, you capture all of those emotions: the excitement of seeing his daughter, the deep regret that he has, the anger that he has towards himself. The performance is everywhere and handles so many different emotions. And as the film gets closer to the end and we realize things about his relationship with his daughter and himself, there is some really heavy emotional sequences, and Brendan Fraser delivers on those. This is a career best performance. I cried at the end of this film based on Brendan Fraser's performance. But we can't overlook Sadie Sink. She has so much anger built up in her as she visits her father. She wants to speak. She wants to tell him everything that's going on in her mind. Him leaving has affected her throughout the years, but she gives a great performance. It's one of the best things I've ever seen Sadie Sink do. I love her in Stranger Things, but here you're able to kind of connect with this character and understand where she's coming from, as that she wants that relationship, but also she is not forgetting what had happened to her in the past. As we get to understand her more and more, we do see that there's some good in her, but she's so angry at her father that she doesn't know how to express her feelings about her father. And there are a lot of scenes where just both of them are crying. You're crying, it's emotional, it's upsetting, it's just there, and it works for this film. So we see these best performances from Sadie Sink and Brendan Fraser in the film, and that development of that relationship is not going to be perfect, but at least both of them are trying, and it adds to that personal touch to this film. We also have Chao in the film, and she also gives a really dramatic performance. She is Brendan Fraser's caretaker in the film, and they have this genuine connection, but she is upset with how he's treating his body, and she is trying to get some things across to him, and it's not working, and it's reached a certain point in her that she just no longer can take care of him, and there are some dramatic scenes. So pretty much every performance in here, even from Ty Simpkins, the performances stand out as some of the best of the year. This is based on the screenplay of the same name and the play of the same name by Samuel D. Hunter, and it really feels like it's a play. It's secluded, it just takes place in his home. There's a couple scenes where they show the porch, but for the most part, it's stuck in that house. And films like this that are based on plays and they're in one location have to rely on that dialogue and the performances from the character. And the dialogue in here is very sharp. It's challenging these characters, their honest approach to the conversations and the development for these characters as well. So by having it in one spot, you can understand the true emotions from these characters and that relationship as well. The film is about 2 hours long, and at times it does feel a little bit slow and sluggish. Certain scenes that we get before Sadie Sink's introduction, it's taken some time to really showcase Charlie's habits and his living situation. But then once we get into Sadie Sink's involvement in the film and him as an English teacher, that's when the more personal moments come out for these characters. We see that progression for that relationship. It's an emotional film to watch. It's a film that is tackling acceptance and love and relationships. There's a lot of different themes that it does cover, from Charlie and his partner to obesity to addiction as well. There's a lot of different things that Darren Aronofsky does cover in here, and he does it in a meaningful and honest approach. And Brendan Fraser is there to deliver the kindness behind it all. And even though he's done some things in the past, he's trying to do one right thing, and that's taking care of his daughter Sadie Sink and making sure that she is set up for the future. So The Whale, I absolutely loved. The story at times feels a little bit sluggish and drawn out, but the performances and the way that this film was directed is some of the best things I have seen this year. There is some meaning behind the title, The Whale, and once you learn all about it and things that he's done and essays that he reads over and over again, you realize the title and the connection between him and his daughter, and it's heartbreaking. I wasn't sold on the last 20 seconds of the film, not the credits, but the last 20 seconds. I ended abruptly, and I didn't think it fully worked. I think they could have extended maybe another scene, but everything leading up to the end of the film, I was just bawling my eyes out. Brendan Fraser, Sadie Sink, back and forth. The performances are knockouts. I can't wait to see what Brendan Fraser does at the Oscars next year. So before I give you my score for The Whale, the new A24 film, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie-related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. And if you'd like to see where The Whale ranks amongst all the other 2022 releases I have seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give The Whale an A-. Thank you guys for watching my review for The Whale, the new A24 film. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.